Hey guys, this is Joe Marfolio. Some of you know me, some new people might not know me as much. I've been traveling the past year and I haven't been spending a lot of time in the Facebook group. But I still get messages pretty often of people who are just getting started, and especially in the local market, and they want to build up their confidence, or they maybe they could rank a site but they're having a hard time getting a client, or they 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 haven't ranked the site yet and they want to get clients and they have nothing to show them. So I'm going to show you something here that I've done. I did when I was new and it helped me out a lot. And if you're brand new, how you can start making money in the local space without ever having to get a client if you don't want. It's through local CPA, and it's pay per call. It's actually pay per call, PPC. So there's a website, I'll put the link down here in the description, called Offer Vault, and many of you probably know it. It's where you can get all kinds of CPA offers. What they also do is they have a section which is called pay per call. So basically, for every phone call that you send them, they will pay you for them. And a lot of the offers are actually local business type offers. So I just clicked on this and I just clicked on the payout, and you can see some of these payouts are upwards of $170. Now the highlighted area, those are the paid, those are like the sponsored ads, and you get the regular ads down here. But if we look at some of them, here's a mortgage lender, tax attorney, $70. Small business, $55. National debt relief, medical alert, $25. Empire Today, if we click on that, I think they do like flooring, home improvements, home furnishing. So it's carpet, hardwood, laminate, ceramic, tile, and windows. We go down here. There's let's see. Here's personal injury. Okay, $210 a lead. Drug rehab. This is a great one. Is these alcohol and drug rehabs, because I haven't seen a lot of people doing this, but they're paying you upwards of $150, $120, $80 a lead. Detox, $70. There's a structured settlement, $70. ADT, which is home security, $70 or $60 a lead. So as you go down here, you'll see there's all different kinds of leads here. Now, some of these leads you might look at and say, well, shoot, you know, $21, $22, you know, that's maybe it's not worth your time. Well, there's something to consider, in which I actually did. I think I was doing leads for Windows, or it was a really niche I wasn't getting paid a lot of money for. But what I did do was I put a tracking number on my website. So the pay-per-call leads went to the pay-per-call company, and I recorded all the calls. Then, you know, after a couple of months, I went out and I got a contractor, and I said, look, here's my site. It's already ranked #1. Hey, you want to listen to all the leads I got last month? Here's a recording of all the leads. And boom, I sold those leads for double what I was paying the CPA offer. Or you can lease the site out, or you can get a client. But there you have your proof. You have the site ranking. Not only that, you have recorded leads that are coming in. So it's basically the easiest thing to sell. Now there's a couple of things you want to keep in mind when you're looking at these CPA offers. If you've ever done CPA before, you know that it's hard to get accepted to some of the networks. There are some that are easier, like Neverblue, pretty easy. I don't know about some of these other ones, but a lot of times they're going to ask you, well, you know, who are you already with? Do you have any proof of earnings? And they really vet you pretty hard sometimes. But here's what I do. So say if I was going to sign up for this alarm system for Neverblue, well, you go to their site. So if you click on here, let's just click on it, okay? And this gives you a little detail. It says call converts after 2 minutes. Lead $60. Never blew. And then it says join a network. Well, when you go here, you got to put in your information here. So I don't know. This never blew. I don't know if they changed your affiliate sign up, but this is the information. So I put this in, and I just want to see what happens next. Thank you. Email. Okay, so we get email verification. Okay, so I hit the link, and then now you got a longer form. Put your name, company, address, city, zip code, phone number, all those types of information. What they'll do is they'll end up calling you. Usually you don't get accepted unless you get a phone call and they start asking you all kinds of questions. So I mean, that's just with Never Blue. There's other ones. It's basically the same process all the way around. So what I tell them is this. I say, listen, I'm a local marketer. I have local clients. We rank videos for them. We rank websites for them, and we get we get them leads. I want to try to do some lead generation and get away from getting my own clients. They may ask to see your site. I mean, I have a couple of sites. I have my local site, which is just, for my local business, and I have my own personal site, and I usually just show them those. And it's usually fine. And they'll say, hey, how many leads can you get in? And I would just say, listen, my other clients, they're getting, I don't know, they're getting 20, 30 calls a month. So I said, all depends on the offer and different things like that. Now there's another company, and I am not an expert. I mean, there's some other people who do more cost per action CPA stuff than I do, that might have better tips for getting in. I basically would just call on an offer I liked and talk to the guy, and usually got in. And if they didn't let me in, I just went to somebody else. There's plenty of offers out there. Now there's another company. It's called Max Bounty, and they pretty much accept anyone. It's real not hard to get in them, and if you do start out with them, then you try to get in a different network. You say, well, I'm with Max Bounty, and this is what I've done with them, and it really, that helps you out a lot too. So even with Max Bounty, I could probably even talk to my representative who I work with here, and if you were interested in getting in with them, you can send me a message. I can tell her and give you guys, and she'll let you in. But so if you're in, say, Max Bounty, if you go to pay-per-call, what I do is I just search United States. You can search anywhere you want if you're in a different country, but I mean, if you're in another country, you can still search United States. I just like it because I can do different cities in the U.S. and I know the United States. So here you have a list of offers, EBC and CPA rate. So EBC is how much you're making per conversion. I'm not going to go into that in this video. I think Mike has some videos on that already. What I do is I'll go to the CPA rate, and I'll just click it. So I go from the highest to the lowest. Here we go. Here's one right here. This is truck and accident injuries. So this is injury attorney, car accidents, $84 lead. And what I like about Max Bounty is that they pay. You have your threshold, and I don't ever worry about them paying me. So it's $85. Drug and here's another addiction one, $70. Adoption assistant, $37. So I mean, there's all kinds of different ones here. Empire Today, $17. So even though there's not as many here as in, say, Offer Vault, there's still a good amount to choose from. And if you did, say you went with Empire Today and you just want to do something easy like flooring, and you're getting $17.50 a lead. After a couple months, I bet you could either sell that site or lease that site to a contractor, or you could probably get, $40, $45 a lead, depending on what it is. Credit card debt relief, I stay away from that. But I mean, these drug and rehabs, this is pretty good. Now what I usually do when I test out one of these campaigns, I always rank a video, because videos are easy to rank and they're easy to put together. And if I screwed something up, I could always make a new one. I usually will use animated type videos. I was using Sparkle, SPARKOL. I'll put a link down there. But there's been, and that's a monthly price, but there's some other software that came out that I really like. And some of you may have it. It's called VideoMaker FX. I'll put that in a link. For basically 2 months of that Sparkle, you can get this VideoMaker, and it'll make all kinds of whiteboard videos, slide videos, all kinds of things. It's all kinds of different types of videos. So I'll just get someone to write it. I get a writer off of guru.com. Maybe it cost me $20 for a really good script, and then I just make a video with VideoScribe or VideoMaker FX, and there's my video. Another type video that works really well, and you just got to be careful the way you frame it, is a review video. If you're doing drug and alcohol, you don't want to say, hey, unless you did go to rehab center, but you can do a review type video of the center. I'd say a lot of people have good success with this, and I mean, it's all the way you present it. But those are the two types of different videos I do. Then if I start getting a little bit of traction with the video, I put a website up. I always find, personally, I get a lot more calls through a website than a video. But while the video is while the website's taking time to put together and rank, I already have a video up, and I'm already getting leads. Anyway, I hope this helps you guys. And another thing too is, if you do a big company like ADT, they're national. So if you're showing potential clients, you say, what do you rank? Well, my client ADT, you heard of them? Yeah. Well, I do some of their SEO, and I got them ranked for this. So that helps out a lot too. But if I have time, I'll try to post some more tips. But this is just something that I know, if you're starting out, this can really give you a boost. Okay, so the very first thing is, where do we find these CPA offers and these pay-per-call offers? Well, if we go to a site called Offer Vault, and I'll put the link there under this video, there's almost every kind of CPA offer you can imagine here. So you got all the offers here, mobile offers, and this is what we want, pay-per-call offers. Real quickly, came back to the home page. I want to show you something. Here's an ad right here for ring partners, and what this is, if you click on this, it'll take you to their sign-up page, but it's a pay-per-call network. Basically, what they do is they market to advertisers and distributors. You'd be a distributor, to where once you sign up and get into their system, they'll show you all the offers that they have. And right down here, you can see they work with Empire Today, which is that's home improvement. They do flooring, tile, all kinds of home improving, Dish Network, Budget Rent-A-Car, all kinds of different things. So really, the opportunity here is endless. Now, if we go to pay-per-call, what I like to do is, the first thing I like to do when I get here is I like to do payout. And then I look from the highest payout to the lowest. So now, when you look at these highlighted areas, this just means these are paid ads. It means the company are paying to be here. on the top. So you have some stuff here like window replacement, $11, and some auto insurance. But now if we keep going down, we keep looking at this, you'll see here drug and alcohol addiction, $120 a lead. This is a great. There's these payouts are really high for the pay per call. You're talking $120, $100, and there's some of these offers are with some CPA companies that are pretty easy to get into, like Neverblue and Max Bounty. And the competition is not really that fierce for this. Now, the other thing you can do with a lot of these leads is they are pay per call, but there are some where you might be able to do a pay per call to one company, and then if you have a website set up, you can go over here to all other offers and you can get an email submit, or where someone puts in their information. So if you're doing drug and alcohol, you have a phone number on your site, then you go here and you find a campaign that's just asking for a lead for information, and then you can get paid off of that lead also. So you can get paid twice, or two chances of making money. Even if you use different companies, it works out fine. So as we go down the list, here's some other ones. A car and truck accident injury. So this is for an injury attorney, pays $84 a lead. What's nice about doing something like this, doing an offer like this, is that if you make a really good high quality video and rank it, it might take you a little longer to rank it, or even if you put a website together. But if they're paying $84 a lead, I'll tell you what, from an actual injury attorney, you can get double that. In a lot of places, the AdWords or the CPC on an accident attorney keyword is around $100. So this is really a high value keyword. Plus, if you go into the regular offers, you could also find email submits that are paying around $50, $60 for this same lead. So imagine approaching an attorney and saying, hey, I have video set up, I have a website set up, or whatever you have set up, and I have these leads coming in. Let me send them over to you. Would you like them? He's going to pay you big money for a lot of those leads. So as we go through here, you just see more of the same. ADT, home security. So this is security system. This is tax attorney. The other thing where this helps out too is if you rank, say, for home security, and you're going out and you're talking to clients and say, well, show me what you rank for. Say, hey, well, you know ADT? I mean, they're a national company, right? Well, I rank, I do some of their work. You can frame it any way you want, but you can show them this is a video that I ranked, and for them getting leads. And so that gives you the authority and shows that you know what you're doing. You work for bigger companies. I mean, in itself, a lot of these pay really nicely for these leads. So, I mean, we can keep going here, and you're going to get some lower amounts. Let's find some here. I mean, here's a criminal defense lawyer right here. $30. I mean, you can do criminal defense, you can do DUI, all kinds of things with this, but even though it's always only $30, again, you're talking for a local attorney, those leads are probably 100 plus. Or you can lease the site, or you can even try to take them on as a client. We have auto insurance. Now, some of this stuff works great with the My City pages that Greg's doing. Right, so if you have a My City page for auto insurance, why not throw a CPA on there? You can do this pay per call. There's tons of email submits and for forms, for opt-in forms. So you can do a pay per call and an opt-in form. You don't even have to get a client for the insurance. You could also do that for attorneys. You could do that for home security, all kinds. You can put this on my My City page, and that site will be making you money right off the bat. And you'll be surprised when how much money that can make you if you just having 4 or 5 different offers on your one city page. I mean, here's another one here, Champion Windows and Doors, $24. Again, I think I talked about this in the intro video. This is easily $50 a lead to a regular contract. Here's another one here, Empire Today. This is the one I was telling you about. They do all kinds of different home improvement, carpet, hardwood, laminate, vinyl sheets, tile, window treatments, all kinds of stuff here. So, I mean, that's a pretty good one. I know that's in Max Bounty. Homeowners insurance. So, I mean, basically you just go through here and you can find all kinds of things. Like this 1-800 remodel, this is with Neverblue, and they have HVAC, cabinet refacing, just all kinds of stuff. So basically what you do is you go through here, you find some offers, and you find some niches that you think you'd like to do and you'd like to expand out. Remember, these are niches that you're going to be putting across the country. Some you may want to get private clients for, others you won't. And then you just have to apply. So now in the next video, I'm just going to show you a couple of the different places that you can apply that have the pay-per-call, that are easy to get into. And one thing is, if you do apply to some of these networks and you do not get accepted, do not get discouraged. Just apply to one of these ones that are easy. Once you start making phone calls, you just show them a screenshot of some of the phone calls you're getting for these other networks, and then you'll get right in. All right, so Okay, let's start looking at some of the companies and some of the options that are available. One thing I want to show you too is in Offer Vault, when you look at these companies, if you hit the link, one of these links, whatever it is, what it does is it takes you right to the sign up page for that network. Now, the one company that is pretty easy to get into is Max Bounty. And like I said in my other videos, if you guys apply to them and you get turned down, then let me know. But you have to apply to them. I had people message me and say, "Hey, I didn't. How do I get in?" Or it's work on my part to contact people there. So you need to really do your best to apply and fill out all the information 100%. Now, what you're going to be is you're going to be an affiliate or a publisher, right? So become a publisher. And then you just go here, sign up as a publisher, because you're going to be publishing the links, the phone numbers, different things like that. So what you do is it's very important that you go through all this information and enter it as much as you possibly can. They're going to ask you for a company name. They're going to ask you for a website. My website I put on is if I have my company website, like 3-Stage Marketing is my company, so I give them that site. Or I've given them my joemarfoglio.com site. Or if I had lead gen sites already ranking, I say these are the type of sites we put up. And I let them know we make specific sites for the specific niches or specific offers. If you have my city, like say, my city site up, or city, whatever it is, say Nashville tours or guide, city guide. If you have your city guide site up, send it to say, hey, I have a city guide site for Nashville or for San Diego, and I want to do some of your pay-per-call offers, some insurance offers and lawyer offers. And when you do that, it actually shows that you know what you're doing, and it shows that you're serious. And you're not going to waste their time or their client's time. So fill it all in here, and then they're going to call you. So make sure you give them an accurate phone number, accurate way to contact you. They'll call you, answer the phone, and talk to them. They'll ask you questions like, hey, how many leads do you think you could send me? Right? How many leads, how many calls can I expect to have from you per month? And if you haven't already done the niche, like for me, I've told them before, say, listen, in this niche, I usually get 30 calls a month, or I get 60 calls a month. It's just going to depend on, when I rank the site for this niche in this city. We'll see what we get, but usually I get whatever. And just be able to answer their questions intelligibly, and you shouldn't have a problem. So that's Max Bounty. The next one's Never Blue. So here we see affiliates, right? So you want to be an affiliate here, just go to get an account. You're going to fill this info out, then it's going to take you to another page. You're going to fill that information out. Again, same thing. They're going to call you. They're going to want to know how you do, how you're going to get them phone calls or leads. And I always tell them, hey, I'm a local marketer. I do this for clients. I rank their stuff all the time. I know how to convert for local. And I am just getting into the pay-per-call space. So I wanted to advertise some of your offers. And there, a lot of times you do that. You don't really have to show them a lot of proof, but they know that, hey, this guy's a local marketer. He'll be able to get us local leads. Here's another company. This company isn't really on, I don't really see them too much on Offer Vault, but all they do is pay-per-call. And just to show you inside some of the offers that they have, this is a real good company. They pay really well. I mean, they got the abuse, right? The rehab stuff for $85, tax attorney $85, debt relief, these tub conversions, foreclosure help, home warranty, all kinds of stuff they have in here. Also, you can invite new advertisers. So say if you know somebody who'd be interested in receiving pay-per-call leads, you can invite them here, and then you get a little commission for inviting them. Also, they're part of a bigger network. If you look at here, there's Invoca, there's Ring2 Media is another one, there's a couple other here. So once you apply for one, you can easily apply for the other three. Now in the intro video I talked about, with the end in mind, if you want to start your own company or sell your sites. There's another thing here, it's credit repair, right? And you're not going to find a lot of credit repair stuff in OfferVault, ClickBank. You might find a few, but all I did was I just Googled credit repair affiliate program. There's a few of them that are really, really good, like Lexington Law. That was a really good program. I did that for a while. Selling leads. They always paid on time. But for some reason right now their site is down. I don't know if they're having an issue. I tried to get on that today. I couldn't. But there's other affiliate programs. Like there's this one right here, Credit Network Assistance. They have a little webinar. This is a pre-recorded webinar. They kind of talk about their affiliate program. You can do an in-house affiliate or an internet affiliate. If you look at their program, you get $125 a lead, which isn't a ton, but every time they make a sale, you get $85. And they cookie, right, for a whole year. So that means if the person, visits their site from your lead, then say they find them on the web somewhere else, and it's 6 months later, you're still the one that's going to get paid for that commission. So that's really nice with that. Now again, if you think about this, what you're doing is you're building that business up, right? You can start your own credit repair business. When you're getting enough leads coming in, you can go over here to Dispute Suite. This is a program where these guys, it's a software where you can become your own credit repair business. You basically just take the lead for yourself, and each of those leads are worth $500, $600, $800, or more, because you basically wrap them into like a program where it's about $100 a month. And then you could have an outsourcer enter the information if you want, but also what they do is they outsource all the work for you. So you can have your own front end, and then you go over and you just send them the client information. For $75, they do all the work, they monitor it, they give you the reports, and you're charging $95 a month. So you can really expand it out if you want. So I'm saying when you own your own assets and do lead gen, the opportunities abound. It's only limited to your imagination. I'll put links for some of this stuff. I mean, this isn't I don't get any affiliate commission off of this. It's just something that I've looked at, I know about. Anyway, so those are some of the PPC companies that I recommend signing up for. So in the next video, we're going to talk about call tracking, because whenever you do this PPC, they'll give you a tracking number, but you want to always track your own. You always want to record your own calls. That way, one, you're getting paid, and two, we can sell those recordings later. Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about creating our assets, and we're going to start by talking about videos. I've seen people make videos that are just PowerPoint with music, or they go to Animoto, make a quick video, and throw it up. To me, that's kind of a waste of time and effort, because you may get some leads, but you're not going to convert like you should. Whereas if you make a really nice quality video, it's going to be worth the effort to rank for some pretty competitive keywords, right? You're going to put some effort into creating a YouTube channel, to linking it. Once it's up there, you want something that is brandable, and that's going to convert, and that represents your company in a stellar way. Also, when you go to get clients, once you get the leads from the PPC network recorded, you go to get a client, you want to show them a video that they're going to be impressed with. And then the options are they may have you do more videos for them, or they may want to take you on as a consultant. So there's just so many options, and remember the end in mind. Okay, we're thinking long term here. We're thinking building assets. We're thinking building quality. So the different options we're going to go over is one, how to make your own video, right? The different options available, where to get voiceovers, how to write a killer script. Then we're also going to talk about how to outsource everything if you want. If you don't want to do all that yourself, where to get those things done for you. So first, creating the videos. This here is Powtoons. Okay, there's a couple of different softwares I use and websites. This is drag and drop. They have different types of videos here that you can do with different figures. You can put your own text in. You can put music in. It's very, very easy to use. This here just shows you some of the videos that they make. They're not really animated. They're slightly animated, but like I said, they're not very difficult to use. And they have like a little dashboard right here where you basically pick your figures. You kind of drag and drop them along the timeline. And then you add the voiceover and you add the music. It exports right to your YouTube channel if you want. I don't really do that. I always manually upload mine. They have some types of animation. So right here is the pricing. They have it. You can use it for free. It's pretty limited. If you use it free, they put a watermark on it, but you can easily take that off. There's ways to take it off. Up to 5 minutes. Really, that's all you need is 5 minutes. It's not HD quality, but look, if you don't have any money, you want to get started, this free version is probably the best thing going. $19 a month, and then $57. You don't really need the $57, and $19 is just fine. You get HD quality up to 15 minutes. The videos I recommend are 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes max for this lead gen. And they limit some of your styles, some of the music. Anyway, when we show you how to expand the videos where you make one and turn in 20 videos, we'll show you how to change music and add different things, so you don't have to worry about that part. 2, this is something that if you're getting started, you want to subscribe, you can do it for 1 month and then cancel. Just get all your videos done. Then also you could pay per export, but the key with this is you got to pay up front, right? So 5 exports, $18 an export, $90. Okay, you're better off just signing up monthly, whatever that monthly was, $19, and then you can export as many as you want to. Just to show you the type of videos, I mean, you can come to the site yourself.
My name is John, and this is my restaurant.
I mean, so, you know, it's just simple. I just say go and check it out. The reason why I'm showing this is just because you can get started for free. The next one is VideoScribe and Sparkle. They're kind of the same thing. This is whiteboard animation videos, and I've used these videos so much. I mean, I had an account to this, and you know, for a while, I mean, these are really a hit. These things, they're so easy to use. Let me play this here. So I got the sound muted, but you can see there's a guy talking in the background, and then here they are. They're drawing out different figures and things like that. And really, this is all, believe it or not, drag and drop. It's real easy to use. They have tons of music to choose from. Here you can get a free trial here. 7 days of videos subscribed completely free. It's going to take you a little longer to figure out how to use this than Powtoons, but the end quality is really, really nice. It's $16.50 a month if you pay yearly. If you're going to do monthly, it's $30 a month. And there's just so many different options. You can import your own drawings, and then it'll hand draw it for you. You download it to your own computer. It's really a good software if you want to make high quality whiteboard videos. I've made these videos and I've sold them for, this is Sparkle again, it's the same thing. I've sold them for $800-900. Okay, and it took me maybe an hour to make them here on Sparkle. Now on this one too, what they have a marketplace. So in this marketplace, you can get people that will make you these videos. Now they're not cheap, and but their videos are really good quality. You could probably get something that says here for like $199, $150. You can get them done for cheaper than that. On the other videos, I'll show you where to get them done for cheaper. Here, there's illustrations. So like I said, you can import illustrations to Sparkle, your own illustrations. So if you have a picture or something you want drawn, these people give you a illustration that you can import to Sparkle. You can get voiceovers here. I don't get them here. I get them cheaper other places. And then they have training. They have tons of video training. That's why I'm not going to get into how to use this stuff. All these softwares and websites have their own training. Here they actually have webinars they do pretty much weekly. Looks like they just had one on the 10th. They haven't updated this, I guess. No, maybe it's not weekly then. But they do have them pretty frequently where you can get on. You can watch the session. You can ask questions. It's really a pretty intuitive program. One thing I've done with this Sparkle is I've actually bought the program, and then I have my outsourcer that I found on Odesk create the videos for me. Now the last one, it kind of combines Powtoons and Sparkle. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles and all the options, but you can create whiteboard videos, you can create those Powtoon videos, slideshow videos, all kinds of videos, and it's pretty much a one-time purchase. Now you can import your own graphics in here and your own figures in here, which you probably need to do more of with this software, but it's a buy it one time, and that's what I like. I think it's here. Sorry about this. Let's go down. It's $67. It's $67, and you buy it and you're done. The videos, it's not that hard to use. You know, like I said, it doesn't have all the music and it doesn't have all the graphics and all the stuff that Sparkle has. But really, instead of paying $30 a month, you're only paying $70 and you're done. And you can get the graphics made, and you can buy some royalty-free music if you want. I mean, you could see like on the whiteboard video. I don't know how this is coming across on the screen here because I'm doing a screencast, but you can see like as they write it out, it's not as good as Sparkle. You can kind of tell it's like generated, but most people who are not in the industry, you know, they're not going to tell. It's going to be enough that's going to impress them, and it's going to look okay. Now, there are other types of videos that convert really well too, besides these animated videos. Review videos are really good, where it's, you know, you're reviewing a product or a company. I'll talk a little bit about that in some other videos, and also talking head videos, meaning where there's someone actually who represents the brand in the video that's talking. Like, for example, this is a video we did. It's kind of like was an experiment we did about 3 years ago. This is for a traffic ticket attorney. Okay, now if you look at it, this guy, he's an actor. Behind him is a green screen. This is a video that's professionally done. It looks super high quality. You can sell it to a lawyer for a good amount of money. And I'll talk a little bit more about how to get these videos where you can get them. They're not super cheap, but man, they convert better than anything I've ever done. Alright, in this video we're going to talk about outsourcing and getting your brand on. So how to we're trying to brand everything we're doing. So we just don't want to throw up odd stuff or little sniper sites or just things that are just for the now. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to talk about where to find graphics and logos, voiceovers, different things like that for our YouTube channel, where to get the logos. Some of the stuff you guys may know, you might be using already, some you may not. Where to find scripts. If you don't want to write your own scripts, where you can find someone to write scripts for you, who I use to write my scripts. Video creators and voiceovers. We already talked about voiceover, or again, where to find people that'll create your videos for you, and then PLR video options, meaning that there's already videos out there that you could brand yourself. A lot of them are the whiteboard videos, and then you just slap your own information on it, and there you go. So let's get into it right now. Okay, so some of these sites you guys know, some you don't. First off is Fiverr. Just about anything you need you can get here at Fiverr for pretty cheap. So say you're doing Windows and you want some logos, right? Just type in logos and you're going to get some people. I've got some pretty decent logos done here on Fiverr. As long as you're not too picky, usually for the lead gen stuff, I'm just looking for a logo that's going to brand me and makes me look like a real company. The logo really doesn't have to be anything superb. It just has to look decent. And usually when I'm here, I always go by high rating. So I want to find the highest rated people to do the job. And I like to sort by the list, and I could see the votes. Okay, they have, they've done obviously a lot of logos here. So when you click on them, a lot of times they want more than $5. They may ask for some extras. Like here, she's gonna take 7 days. So like what she's doing here, she's gonna charge you extra for the vector files, right? $5. So you gotta be careful. Some of these guys will create a logo and then take like a screenshot of it. So really, you want the vector file. So for an extra $5, that's not bad. $10, I get a logo. She'll give you all these other formats for another 10, and then here's what they get you is usually on this stuff, if they're any good, they always charge you like $20 or $30 to do it in 2 days. So depending on your budget and a rush, she's on average 7 days. It takes her if you're not buying it, if you're not paying her. Then also if you're looking for, say if we're doing YouTube, so we're also going to want a branded header for a YouTube page. So you can just put YouTube and then you look in headers and banners and you can find the different options. So again, if we do high rating, this guy here, design a YouTube banner and matching avatar. Limited modification, deliver in 12 hours. So I mean, basically, you just go through here. You find someone that looks like they're decent. They got some good votes. They should have some sample of what they're doing, and then you have them make a banner for you for your YouTube channel. Now, what I'll do a lot of times is I may go through Google and I might look. Say if I was going to do Windows, I'd look up window logos. And I'd send them a sample of like 10 different logos or 5 different logos and say, look, I want them to look something like this. Sometimes they get close, sometimes they don't, but usually I get something that works. And again, this is kind of like the cheapest route to go. You could also stick in here whiteboard videos, right? And now here, these aren't going to be $5, right? A lot of times, I mean, they're just using the software like Sparkle and the other software. And they're creating whiteboard videos, but usually they're doing it for like 20-second increments or 30-second. Yeah, see, 30-second video up to 60 words, certain amount of images, and they charge you to sync the voice and everything else. So usually you're coming out to like 40-50 bucks. And so you got to really, really read the fine print here. Now, the other thing that's nice about this is if you do have one of those softwares, and I think there's a gig on here I saw. Let me pause it. Yeah, right here it says give you 1,000 whiteboard drawings. So I mean, this may be worth it for $5 if you have this software. I might actually get this because you're always looking for different drawings to draw. So this is 1,000 of them, and so they had you can get 2,100 for an extra $10. So this, if you have your own software or that you're using, a package like this will really work out because you can really expand the way what you put inside your videos. Okay, so the next site, it's called People Per Hour, and I'll put a links in there below. And this one is like a better version of Fiverr. You have better quality people on here. They actually charge you per project, so it's more money, but you get a nicer job. Like right here, this guy here, he's $40, right, for a whiteboard video, and you can see his reviews on here. Let me pause this. It looks like I looked at this video already. It looks like he's using some software again, but I think it's 100 words. So usually they do like 100 words or 60 minutes. If you want 50 more words, it's $20 more. Usually most of my videos are a minute and a half, right, to 2 minutes. So you have a guy like this do your video, it may cost you maybe $100, right, or $80. And then see down here they have like recommendations. So here's a gal who'll do it for $24, but you got to see what she's gonna do for $24. So she's gonna do 90 words, okay, and then she has her up charges for more voiceovers and stuff like that. Now the other thing I forgot to talk about here in Fiverr is the voiceovers. You can get voiceovers on here, but I always get them on Fiverr because you can usually always get a really good deal on voiceovers. Again, they're usually charging $5 for 100 words or something, and I'll have to look through. There's a guy I use a lot, and I'll put his link in there. He does a pretty good job. If you probably heard him on a lot of different whiteboard videos or animation type videos. But anyway, this is where I'll get my voiceover, and for $10 I can get pretty much any voiceover I need. Also, in People Per Hour, you can get logos. Here, they average anywhere from, you're looking at $162 to $39, $35. And you go on, you click on them. So for $35, they're going to do a unique logo. You can get the add-ons here, and you can also read the reviews. And this guy, he actually has all pretty nice, pretty good reviews. So again, if you're doing this and you want to really brand it out, this is where you get your logo, and you need your logo, you need your banners, you need all that different things. Okay, for writing scripts, I use Guru.com. Now there's other ones. I mean, you can get scripts written in Fiverr and People Per Hour, on Freelancer, on Elance, all those places. I've used Guru for my written copy, and I've had really good success, better success on Guru.com than pretty much anywhere else. And basically, you just sign up and you go through and you just look at reviews, and you find a writer. And you put them under contract. Usually, through here you can get something written for $20, $25. Here's another guy I use. His name is Paul Words, and this guy, he does pretty good. You can get on a live chat with him usually. He's not there right now, but usually he's here, and he'll do press releases. He's done scripts for me. He's written some homepage content, and he's done a he's done a decent job. You just got to be really lay out what you want him to say, give him some examples, and he'll write it for you. Another guy I use is Mike Shreve, and he writes more content for like affiliate offers, but he's done some local stuff for me, some email swipes, some homepage content, and his video, he's at $25 a minute, which isn't bad. I mean, for $50, and the script is really, really, really good. I mean, between those sources right there, you can get everything you need to get up and running. Now, there are different options like PLR options. Like here's one. Okay, this is Matt Bush, and he's actually created some PLR videos. Now, these are videos that you could put your own intro and exit on, and you can brand them yourself. But they're whiteboard animation videos, and they're done really well. Except the only problem is you only have 4 options here, right? So this he puts out different packages, but right now he's selling these 4, and it's for pest control, home security, which there are CPA offers for home security. I don't know about pest control, but then they have laser eye surgery and cosmetic surgery, and these are really cheap. He's selling them for like $11, right? And then it goes up every time someone buys it, like 5 cents. So, I mean, if you're interested in something like that, there's that. And the other option is, and I don't know if this is an option here or not, this is my video guy. And I use him for all my local clients. He makes excellent videos with actors. People are talking right into the camera. And again, like I said before, these convert the best. There's something about it psychologically that people listen more if somebody's talking to them. It just endeavors way more trust. So I may talk to him and see if he'll do a package of 10 PLR videos. Maybe I'll pick the top CPA offers like security, some lawyer niches, some auto insurance, and maybe some SEO and web design videos he can make. And the advantage of this is twofold, is that we'll make them so that you can brand them, meaning you put your own intro and your own exit on the back. You can add your own music. And you can also turn around and sell these videos to a lawyer, right? If you have an injury lawyer and you have a professionally done video, I mean, they're paying $2,000, $2,500. You turn around, you can sell that video to them for $300 or $400 and brand it for them. You can even charge them even more, $1,000. And then, it's a foot in the door for them also. So there's a lot of options. So I don't know, I might take a survey, see how many people want these. I'll talk with them, and we'll put it out at a decent price. And unlike these videos, right? Especially this for $10, everybody and their brother are gonna have these. Where these videos, we'll make it limited to maybe only, I don't know, 50 people or 20 or 30 people or something. I'll talk to Mike about it. But so if there's interest, maybe we'll do something like this.